don't have talents. That is also talent. Not to have a talent is also talent, right? So then no one can say that I don't have talents, because no talents means itself is a talent, right? So then talents are normally, we can say, probably these are known things, I don't have to explain much. That you take control of something in order to use it effectively. So that is the idea of talents, right? Talent doesn't mean that I'm a musician, I'm a composer, I'm a dancer. Those are also talents, but I would say those are skills, different types of skills. Talents, to have talents, to discover talents, to have a better understanding of talents, there are certain key areas that any individual should have. One important area is the mind development. Our mind, our thought process. So then the mind has to be developed. If mind is not developed, then we say that person is immature, right? Difficult to work with. He can't understand. Probably. Maybe you have experiences. Probably. Yes. The friend in the middle is immature. He's immature. No, he's mature. Or you are immature. Out of the three, who is the most matured person? You are the matured person. Three of you are mature enough for your age. Okay, good, right? So then, that mental development is very important as well, right? So that is the key, one of the key areas, mental development. So then, how do we develop the mental condition? You have to, any special things you have to do for mental development? You meditate. Some are going for meditation to find your peace, inner peace. That probably we can put that into spiritual view. So one of the, let's say, a few key areas that one has to have an array of talents is, now first one is mind development, physical development, spiritual development, right? So then mind development, how do you develop your mind? Schooling is one important aspect, right? So you develop your mind. So you have lots of challenges in the school. Study mathematics, languages, science, and you have to by heart certain things. You have to tolerate your friends. They are difficult, very difficult. See, I can see their faces. Yeah? Very difficult process. You have to tolerate, you have to understand. So a lot of things are there. Right? So then gradually you gain experience. Experience is very important for mind development. Right? So that is why after certain, now even in schools, schools encourage for you to work outside the classroom. Not only in the classroom, but in the classroom, our experiences are limited. What we encounter is what is given in textbooks. But when you go to the outside classroom for sports, music, drama, various other things, so that you encounter new problems in life. You work with many number of people, different types of people. Without understanding them, without respecting them, very difficult to work, right? So they have to carefully think. So there's a think process, and then you learn. This is how I should. Sometimes you make mistakes, so that is a very important part of mind development. Mistakes, don't worry to make mistakes. So without making mistakes, you might not be able to understand your talents, right? So then, making mistakes is good in a way, because mistakes are new experiences. So then you think about it and then you correct yourself. Next time you do a different mistake, but you will be successful, but the new mistake will be there, right? But whatever it is, this mind development is very important. So that you should get engaged with certain things that help you develop your thinking process. Now, for example, now you are sitting and listening to me, right? So probably you might hear some new things. I don't know. Probably I am talking about the same thing over and over again. Maybe you have encountered some time ago, or maybe you knowing something more than what I am talking. So that itself is learning, right? So then you can compare what I am telling you, what you know, and say this person is very old information. I am better equipped with these ideas, and then that is also an experience, right? So then you can assess yourself, your position in the society, wherever you are, right? So then always you must get exposed. The train is coming. Okay, so you must get exposed to activities from which you can get your thinking process developed. Right? In schools, there may be seminars, different types of presentations, and in working places, so that you work with groups, you explore, you try to understand your clientele. So all these things will help for you to understand others, at the same time you get develop your mind. Right? And the other important area is the physical development. That is also very important. Now you could see that now there are lots of gyms available. Why? Now people are very keen on physical development. You are not going to gym yet? No. Is going to gym, no? Not yet. So then you must consider, but that is only a superficial part of physical development. You don't have to go to the gym. You have to be busy by way of day-to-day exercises, walking, and doing household work, cleaning your room. When is the last time you clean your room? No physical activity. 1 month ago? Yes. So then if you do the cleaning regularly, so that itself is physical activity. That helps you develop your physique. So good physique is important. Otherwise, what would happen? People would say always, this person is not suitable for this job. He can't even walk properly. Right? He is very thin. Many mothers are saying he is very thin. People say that you are very thin. No, your friends are. Right? Maybe he is too much. I don't know how he walks. He might get not ill very soon because he has a obesity problem. Physical structure is very bigger than what it should be. Like you are. So you have to get engaged with lot of physical activity. Your physical development. That is also very important. To have the right physique. So then the spiritual development. I'm not referring to going to temples or churches all the time. Spiritual development is that surrounded by good vibes, good thinking, good thoughts. Right? Always better. always see the better side of life, right? Now there can be different angles in life. Sometimes some people see only the negative side. They always find faults. Then what will happen? That might not help. When you see the brighter side always, you are happy, you are smiling. Then other people will start associating you because you are a smiling person. When somebody talks to you, they also get new ideas, better ideas, more happiness. You spread happiness. So that is the basic idea of spiritual. Now you could see that when you have a good physique, a better mindset, and better thinking process, thoughts, so then you become a nice person, and people will recognize you as a person who should be associated with, right? So then that itself is a talent. You are kind of a magnet. You are acting as a magnet, so other people are attracted. Why? Because you have developed these skills to make other people happy. So when they associate with you for few minutes, they will also happy, right? So then, when you are surrounded by people, right? When you are with many people, then that gives you an opportunity for you to understand your talents. Without other people, sometimes you may not be able to understand your talents because you don't get the exposure to use your talents. Sometimes talents are hidden, right? We all have different types of talents. And now I am working in the University of Colombo. So in Colombo University, many are coming to me to discuss administrative issues. Right? Why? So I also thought, why always I get these people are coming to me and discuss administrative issues? Because I look at in a very practical manner. So there are rules, regulations, laws, but all these things are there, instructions are there for us to take the right decision, for us to facilitate, for us to take the right decision, right? So then, when you within that framework, when you think about the issue and you take a very practical decision to remedy the issue, so then it is very easy, right? So then that may be the talent that I have developed over the years.
தகவல்களை பெற்றுக்கொள்ளலாம், தொழில் வழிகாட்டலை பெற்றுக்கொள்ளலாம். நீங்கள் யார் என்பதை தெரிந்து கொள்ள இதோ அரிய ஒரு வாய்ப்பு. உடனடியாக வாருங்கள். வாயிலுக்கு அருகாமையிலேயே உங்களுக்காக பெரிய கைடன்ஸ் கவுன்சிலர்ஸ் காத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். உங்களுக்கான ஆதரவை வழங்கி உங்களுக்கான வழிகாட்டுதலை வழங்குவதற்காக.
Will not stop, so that we will continue. So that itself is a talent. To be patient, right? So now, because of that, I now realize I have this talent as well. You see, so you have to expose yourself to different situations. Then only you understand that you have different talents. So then, over the years, I didn't know that. So then, I was thinking why these people are coming to me to discuss and then take decisions. So over the years, I have developed that talent without even knowing. right? Maybe some time ago, maybe about 5-6 years ago, I have taken and maybe discussed and maybe even taken a decision. So it may have worked well. So then now people are coming back again and again. So I have developed that talent. So in the last few years, now I am facing people come to me and discuss a lot of administrative hurdles, difficulties, red things. So then I am getting educated about all these problems. Right? Then we think about these problems and then it helps us to develop our mind, right? To select from. So how do I select? Difficult. Right? Each one has Bachelor of Arts necessity. So then I have to think of my work. Then the talents. Everybody has the same qualification. So pick two, I would look at the talents, probably. Maybe it is your first time application, your first application, then I might find it difficult to find your talents. Then if I ask you, what are your talents? You may be also find it difficult to say. You might say, no, I don't know. Right? Then if you say, I don't know, then what would be how would the other person think about it? If you don't know about you, if you say, no, I don't know my talents, I don't know what talents I have, then how would I think about it? I would think, no, this person is not probably, right? Because he doesn't have any talents, probably he has, but he doesn't know. So then how would he is going to understand others if he can't understand him or her, right? So then those things are very important. Think about yourself. In order to understand your talents, you have to think. To think, you need time. Now these days, time is very precious. Why? We are always glued to telephones, computers. We don't allow our mind to rest and think. We always get into something else. Then what happens? We can't think. Then we don't know about myself. So then you have to have time for you to think. Thinking about your past, what I have done in school, at home, with my friends, at different societies, at work. So then you can recollect, I have done this, that, this. Then you will see, I have this talent. I know I was able to generate more funds for societal activity. How did I generate funds? Because I know people. I'm a good communicator. See? So then, when you go to the job, in that job, if the communication plays an important part, you are the right person. Then you have to express yourself for them to understand that you are a good communicator and then you are one of the right persons for the job. Right? So then if you know that, you are at an advantage and give them. Right? So then understanding your talents about you is important and getting very important, increasingly important today and in the future, because there are lots of people coming with the same qualification. Right? There are locally graduated people, there are foreign graduated people, those who are going abroad, after some time they come back. Because now jobs are very rare everywhere. Even Australia, jobs are different. Europe, very different. America, unemployment is very good. And there are some other countries, but in the language is a problem. And that is another talent that you can teach, language. That's in communication. So study language. Right? So studying language means that you are understanding different cultures, behavior of people. So I talked a lot, so I can go on talking, but I would like to hear from you. Maybe otherwise you may be listening. Anyone? Any questions? Any talents to be shown? Yes? Anything that you want to ask me, just to make things a little different. No questions? I know everything about you. You know everything about you. What is your talent? What does it mean? If we translate it into technical terms, ability to work with others, what does it mean? You know that. Oh, yes? Ability to work with others. What does it mean? Yes? Work in groups. So she has the talent. Work in groups. You can tolerate anyone. Almost. Can you tolerate you? Okay, good. Yes. So that is a very important talent for the future. Because you don't know who you would encounter. Right? So then you should be able to work whoever who is there. You can't make complaints. Oh, that person is very poor, he is dark, he is shouting. You can't say those things. Because he or she will be seeing similar things of you as well. You see? He may be thinking that you are very quiet, doesn't talk, I'm bored. Right? She only smiles. You see? So then you have also issues. So then it is always better that you try to accommodate whoever who is there, and he will be happy. So you are quiet, he is very talkative. So it complements. So then you let him do the talking and you do the work. You see? So then you can share. For example, now two talents put together is efficient. Right? So if you are a good person in groups, he is a very selfish person. But your approach complements his selfish behavior. He may not be able to behave in a selfish manner when you are around. Right? You know how to get the work done. Right? So then the company will give you difficult persons to handle. You become even an expert in that area. So then you will be highly demanded. But you will talk about him. He is a great person. She is a great person. Can handle anyone. You see, that's how you develop your talents. So you have to think. You have to understand. And you have to respect. Right? You have to respect first. Get the respect from others. Otherwise, they will not respect you. Right? To get the respect is also talent. Without talent, without understanding others, that is difficult. So if you can't get the respect from others, what would happen? You can't be there. See what happened to one of the presidents in Sri Lanka in 2021. What happened? The president lost the respect of the people. Then he had to leave. Right? So those things would happen. So then the country was under chaos as a result. Do you have any talents? Professional psychologist. Yes, so if you have problem, if you are an introvert, meet her before she leaves. right? So that she can help people to overcome. That's very good talent. Sometimes that means she could make you feel that she is trustworthy, right? It's a very important talent for the future. So if you have that, then you can talk to anyone. People can rely on her. Whenever you have a problem, you run into her and say, okay, I have this problem, I have that, so can you help me? You see? So these type of things. Would you like to?
Yeah, I guess I would also say I'm good at communicating with others, speaking. And yeah, I can work a team very well. Mainly like leading stuff.
How did you get to know that you have a communication skills and you have these leadership skills?
Well, since I was a kid, I was mostly portrayed as the leader in many stuff. So I had led many committees and I was a band lead as well and those stuff that made me realize that my character is highlighted like that. Yeah.
So your friend next to you is a very quiet person. So you are taking the lead as a result. So today you ask them to come with you. Right. Okay, good. So see now he has realized himself after some time that the teachers may be fond of him because of certain qualities he has. Probably his friends are at ease when he is leading, probably, right? Rather than, let's say, if you are the leader, probably things would be different. But when he is a leader, everything is okay, right? Some kind of thing. I'm taking an example, don't worry. So then, as a result, he developed himself as kind of leading whatever the activities that they do. So he became the band leader and various things. So then, as a result, he developed his communication skills so that he could communicate something clear. Then he could demand or command, and he could get the attention of others. So that is why he became leader. So these are good qualities. So how do you showcase these talents when you, let's say, applying for a job? Now he is a good communicator. So at the interview he might spoke. He would say, okay, I did this, did that, and I'm good at these things. So these are examples because I was a band leader and I was prefect and or whatever, and I did sports teams, various things. So he has performed those qualities, right? So then, but if we put him, for example, to work under somebody, he might fail. Why? Let's assume, okay? Why? Because yes, right? So you see something because he has been in the center stage always. Probably he might find it difficult to work under someone, right? So then, when, let's say, if I am the employer, so I should have the understanding not to put him under someone, maybe give him to lead something or develop something with his team to harness the best talents for the company, right? Or he himself would say, okay, so if I'm given a, let's say, a new assignment, rather than reporting to somebody in the morning and in the evening, I would work better probably with the right team. So similarly, it is very important that you have an opinion or understanding about your talents. Don't think that he is more talented than me no, I'm very primitive, I don't have any talent. So that type of thinking would not help you. For you to understand your talents, you must engage time. You must invest time for you to think about what has happened in the last 10 years in your life. So then you will see, these were the work I have done. Probably I have these talents. It is time that I must use them now. Any other questions from anyone? Otherwise, I will be talking non-stop. I hope the discussion was helpful for you to think maybe in a different way. Probably these are known things I have taught, but whatever it is, if you think that you are a few inches more ahead because of you came to this discussion, and this itself is a way of allowing yourself to identify your talents, to make you develop, because these type of if you listen to, or if you meet the same people over and over again, probably you will hear the same thing. But when you change to a different situation, then probably you might be able to hear new things, right? So that is also important. Don't stick to the same friends always. Allow yourself to explore others and don't talk too much. Then you will not be able to understand or harness your talents. Let others talk. Sometimes other people will tell you about yourself. Then you can see, they have understood me. So they have discovered my certain talents. Then you realize all these things. Okay. Any questions?